my name is Aditi Mittal, and it is such a pleasure to be here. First of all, very exciting to see some familiar faces. Hi, guys. My name is Aditi Mittal, and welcome to the Whisper Out Loud annual event, the once-a-year event that wants to talk to you about that once-a-month event. Now, I'll tell you the honest truth. This is probably the most unique bloggers meet I've ever been to, right? Because we've all been to the fashion, the hair, the beauty. We've been to all those. But this is pretty much the first time we are discussing sanitary napkins. Because I have realized that saying the word sanitary napkins in public is like standing in a Hogwarts common room and saying Voldemort, right? Everyone's like, gee, what's wrong with her? Why is she talking about that which must not be named? And it's true, right? We call it that time of the month. That time, an event so secretive that we can't even refer to it directly. Like I remember my mother, right, talking about that time of the month. I was like, is my mother a werewolf? Why is she so obsessed with monthly cycles? And that's why, by the way, I want to know this from you guys. Do you guys have any euphemisms? Like I know we have, Aunt Flo is visiting? Aunt Flo. Like the first time someone told me this, I was like, oh, will they need a place to sleep? Is that going to be fine? What are the chums? Chums, yaar, your best friends are here. My dost in my pants. But so it is truly one of those things that we are taught not to talk about. It's one of those things that we're taught not to address. And so, which is why I hope that today when we talk to each other, today when we are sitting here with each other, we'll be able to be a lot more open, yes, and we'll be a lot more excited. Thank you. Thank you. So don't cramp your style, ladies. Remember to now talk about that time of the month. So you know what, okay, we're going to do this. In fact, with a resounding yes or a no, please tell me if you do believe these statements about having your period are true, okay? One of them is, you should not openly talk about it. No, right? Because I talk about periods while I'm on stage sometimes, and I've realized there's always one guy in the audience who's like, excuse me, we don't need to know all this, okay? I'm like, actually, my friend, it's how life is made. So you should technically need to know about all this. Do not enter the kitchen. This is also a good one. Though I'm thinking like if there's a woman and she has PMS and you give her direct access to fire and knives, I would. Do not share the same room with your husband or your partner. It's like, have you paid the rent on a Mumbai flat? It's a one room with 7 dogs, 12 chachis. I'm staying right here. Do not wear white. Listen, Priyanka Chopra was in a movie called Saath Khoon Maaf. 1 or 2 stains never killed anybody. It's fine. And hey, why don't we just wear black pants on that day? Like, why does everyone have to be Jitendra on those 5 days of the month? Still beyond my... And of course, my favorite, do not touch the pickle. Because, and this is it, right? Do not touch the pickle because the pickle will get spoiled. I was like, wait, isn't pickle spoiled fruit? I'm like, in fact, touch the pickle so it gets made faster. Like, it's more convenient. And in fact, hi ladies, what's up? You guys discussing pickle recipes? No, I'm saying like, what is this sentient bottle of pickle? How does this bottle of pickle know I'm having my period? I was like, hey pickle, can you tell me what my cholesterol levels are also while we're at it? Solve my other medical issues. I have a boil over here. Never mind, pickle, never mind. And so, mid last year, and I know that a lot of people heard about this, was the Touch the Pickle campaign that was launched by Whisper. And even though it does talk about touching pickle merely, it stood for so much more. It stood for every single taboo that has been imposed on us, every single time that we've been told to be quiet and to not share and to not be able to tell each other or even share the common experience of having your period and going through something that actually 50% of the Earth's population goes through. So it's nothing to be ashamed about. And actually, there were some statistics that were uncovered. It said that more than half of urban Indian women practice menstrual taboos. A shocking 59% of urban Indian women don't touch the pickle during their period. 65% of women don't wash their hair during their period. Henna. And 40% of urban girls stay largely at home during their period, which I can understand. I mean, have you traveled in a train? So that's when Whisper decided they had to do something about it. They decided to take up this challenge and oppose that mindset, which has led to the culmination of the Touch the Pickle campaign. And if we can, please see a visual of what the Touch the Pickle campaign was all about.
In India, nobody talks about periods. It's treated like a bad word, a curse. What's worse, as soon as they hit puberty, girls are introduced to many different don'ts. Don't worship, don't enter the kitchen, and the most ridiculous one, don't touch the pickle. Almost every home stores pickle in a jar that looks like this. And menstruating women are not allowed to touch this jar, as it is believed if impure women touch it, the pickle will rot. Whisper decided it was time to bust these myths. So we launched Whisper Touch the Pickle, giving women a voice to challenge period taboos. We started with a bold film showing a young woman defying tradition and touching the pickle jar. It opened the floodgates of opinion and debates. It became a platform for women to question, ridicule, and bust these period taboos. At a press event, India's leading Bollywood star almost punched the journalist who termed periods as a problem.
Problem? You need to start respecting girls.
This became national news, and even Scoop Whoop spread the word. Stand-up comics picked it up.
Just by touching it. Just imagine the power of an army of menstruating women.
It was even talked about at TED.
We dream of a future where menstruation is not a taboo, not a curse.
Whisper tied up with Aditi Gupta and launched comic books about the subject. In Delhi University, women began writing messages on their pads. A subject that was once hidden was now an open debate. But the most important thing was, Indians were finally speaking about it.
Sanitary napkin not acceptable, is menstruation not acceptable, or are women as whole not acceptable to the society?
Over 2.9 million women pledged to touch the pickle, earn media worth $6.1 million. Whisper's share of voice grew from 21% to 91%. And so did the voice of women.
Yeah, she touched the pickle!
As you can tell, as a nation, we feel very passionately about pickle. It's one of those things up there. But now I would like to call on stage someone who is a very versatile Bollywood actress who's created a mark for herself as an individual, both personally and professionally, and is known to speak her mind, be it talking about women's empowerment or her unconventional film choices. And this is a very serious introduction for a very fun person. So please put your hands together. Start clapping. Start clapping. Start clapping. Please put your hands together for Miss Kalki Kochalan. Hello. Come sit.
Should I sit next to you or sit somewhere far away from you?
No, sit far away because
Yeah.
in comparison, I just want to look good on this side of the camera. But so Kalki, and I'd just like to say that Kalki, as you saw, was in a lot of the press about this campaign. And Kalki was the one who launched this campaign. Kalki, tell us about, the conventional journalist. Aapko kaisa laga?
Yeah, no, I think it was, we were in Hyderabad about a year ago, and at least a year ago, it was maybe longer than that. And, we launched this campaign, and I remember it was a room full of men, maybe 3 women, and, I was making these jokes about periods and stuff, and there was complete silence. And so it was really, really intimidating. But I think it's really great to see a room full of women this time. And I hope our jokes will be much better understood. I think they already are.
It's a hit or miss. It
Yes.
can be spotty, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yeah. Can leave us in a bit of a pickle.
It can leave us in a bit. And how did sort of like have you experienced these things before? And was there a personal reason for you to kind of get involved in this process?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think being a woman is the personal reason. I think, growing up anywhere, I think we have this thing of sort of a change that happens. And I particularly was pretty much a tomboy in school. If you've seen Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, the character of Aditi, I mean, I think I was pretty much that, except instead of saying, "Hey, chomu," I would be saying, "Hey, ennada, in the pakka paru." You know, so it was just a different language, but pretty much the same character growing up. And then there came a time where, suddenly girls were supposed to be filing their nails and, putting on their makeup. And it's this puberty thing. And I found it really hard to sort of transfer into that. And I think a lot of that pressure comes from this idea that after puberty and after getting your period, you become a woman, and you have to behave a certain way. And there's actually a really good ad that Always has done, which we're going to see, I think, right now, which is called Like a Girl. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's about a year old. And it just really epitomizes how we sort of change in order to please our society. And, well, maybe we don't need to really, maybe we can just be there with pink streaks in our hair and everything,
So, Vijay Sahab, can we see the Like a Girl campaign that you were talking about? Vijay Sahab?
Vijay Saab is had to improvise. Maybe I came in too early with this.
Hi, Erin. Hi. Okay, so I'm going to just give you some actions to do, and just do the first thing that comes to mind. Show me what it looks like to run like a girl.
Hair.
Show me what it looks like to fight like a girl.